Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Violet Evergarden episode 6. Last episode, Violet was sent to a different location to write a letter for a princess. Well, more than one letter for a princess. She was basically writing letters for her to this man that she was going to marry. Basically like an arranged marriage, but in this case, the princess already knew this guy from one meeting they had, but knew that she liked him. I believe she was at 10 years old when they met the first time. And she's 14 now, which apparently that's the age Violet is. It does not look 14. She looks like she's at least 19. But basically they have to write these letters and send and then she'll have it sent off to this guy, and then that guy is going to have a doll to write his letters and send back to the princess. But the princess is kind of not sure about the whole situation because, for one, she's not sure if this guy even likes her. Two, she doesn't like that she's getting letters written by a doll because she knows that's not how, it's not him. It's written to, I guess, God, I can't think of the right word. But when she reads them, she knows it's not actually what he's trying to say. She keeps asking Violet for advice about the whole situation. Violet really doesn't know. She's trying to figure out what the words "I love you" mean, so this is good for her. But asking for advice, not really. However, Violet did come up with a good suggestion. And that was to have the two of them write their own letters and send them to each other. That way it was more authentic on what they were saying and how they would respond. They would actually get to know each other through the letters, not just what these dolls made them out to be. So she talked to the person who was writing his letters, and they agreed that they would let them write their own if they agreed to it. It took a little while, apparently, but his doll got him to agree to it. So they started writing letters back and forth, and actually turned out to be a good idea because then they end up meeting back at the first place they met, which was in, I think, her garden at her estate, and they have a conversation where he basically agrees to the marriage. She had already agreed to it, basically, I guess, when she found out who he was. She knew she was going to go through with it, but she was more unsure about whether he was going to go through with it. After that whole thing, you find out who was his doll, and it's basically her boss. I don't know her name. The girl that has the dark hair, she's like tanned skin, the red outfit, revealing kind of top, a lot of cleavage. She was writing his letters, so it worked out. If it was anybody else, I don't think she would have been able to convince them to let him write his own letters. So she goes back to, I think it's her town, where someone apparently that knows her and that she knows starts talking about how she killed a lot of his men when, I guess, during the war, and she's not cut out to be a doll because of this, I guess. But I guess we're going to find out what's going on. So let's get into this episode. The video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.